Hi everybody, it's time for our April weather lesson, and this is a great month because we get the thunderstorms and the snowstorms. It really is the beginning of severe weather season. Denver and the plains can certainly still get big snowstorms. Obviously the mountains still do, but we've had tornadoes and severe thunderstorms in April, and we're right on the cusp of the real mean season, which starts in May and June. So you need to be aware and watch those skies. Now, the wettest April on record was back in 1900 when we had over 8 inches of precipitation. The driest April, 1963, 60 years ago, just 0.03. And the snowiest was in 1933 with almost 34 inches of snow. As recently as April 2013, just 10 years ago, we had 20 inches of snow during the month. The average is 8.8 for snow in the month of April. Now, our storm threat's starting to shift a little bit, less in the way of cold weather, although we certainly can still get some pretty cold days. Snow is still obviously a pretty good threat. Winds drop off a little bit except for gusty thunderstorm activity, and that thunderstorm action starts to pick up starting this month, and we can get the heavy, wet thunder snowstorms because you get a lot of convection in the skies in the month of April as the ground starts to heat up more due to that higher sun angle. Our top 7 for snows, 1933 at almost 34 inches, 1885, 32, 1920, 28.3, and just close to that, 1945. 1957, about 25 inches, and 09 and 07 had around 25 inches of snow for the month. Here's our spring outlook coming up. Still calling for conditions to be slightly warmer than average, colder to the north of us, and we're on the edge of drier than average, which is a bit of a different story than what we've had in recent months with those strong storms coming in off of California. But things are changing a little bit. La Nina, which has been hanging on for the last 3 years, that's the cooler water in the Pacific, has ended. It looks like we're shifting more to an El Nino pattern as we get into the warm season. I'll have more on that next month as we get into the May outlook. Strong westerly flow, some soggy storms that tend to be fast moving should be active for moisture, and our recovery from the drought does continue. So El Nino is when we have warmer water out in the Pacific, and that changes the pattern of the jet stream. If this continues to evolve, that can mean we get heavy precipitation events coming into Colorado from the southwest, and that could supercharge some of our summer rainstorms. We'll get into that a little bit later as we get closer to the real warm season. But here's some really good news. The drought has ended across western Colorado and has eased greatly on the eastern plains. Now, our neighbors off in Kansas, northern Oklahoma, still dealing with some extreme drought, as they are in some parts of southwestern Nebraska. Ohio Valley is too wet. California has really improved because of all those big storms coming in. So what are we looking at as far as measuring this moisture? I talk about this every month. You can become a CocoRa's volunteer. CocoRa's is the community collaborative rain, hail, and snow study. We have over 20,000 weather observers worldwide. Started right here in Colorado, and you can learn how to measure rain, hail, and snow, get a rain gauge, and you can measure this and report it in to the CocoRa's website, which is right there, www.cocorahs.org, CocoRa's. Become a volunteer, or if you really want to know about precipitation, go to that website and you can look at all the observations. Here's the April outlook right now. We're kind of in between colder and warmer conditions, and it does trend to slightly drier conditions coming up. Now, the longer term 90-day forecast is still trending more toward the warmer than average and drier than average, but we'll see how that all plays out as we get into the spring, into the summer months. Now, speaking of springtime, with climate change, and this is from our friends at Climate Central, we are seeing a trend toward much warmer springtime weather since 1970, especially southwestern Colorado down into Arizona and parts of New Mexico. When I talk about all the severe weather, not only here, but nationally, even globally, there is a climate change connection. We're seeing more extreme precipitation and flooding events, but also more extreme heat waves and droughts. The continued shrinking of the ice caps and the glaciers and record-setting wildfires. Been having a lot of that in the southern hemisphere. They're just coming out of their summer season down there. Global average CO2 is 418 parts per million and increases by 100 million tons every single day. These are the different locations: Barrow, Mauna Loa, American Samoa, and the South Pole. They take those observations at all those places every single day. And what you see, this stair step, that's the growing season. If you average it all out, it's about 418 parts per million. But in the growing season, some of the plants suck that carbon back down, so it drops down a little bit, and then in the winter season it goes back up. We use the global average, and I show that every day on TV during my climate calendar. That I show you the high and the low, and I also put in the carbon. Now, global temperatures are responding to that increase in carbon dioxide. All of the hottest years globally have occurred since 2010. And look at this, the trend, the departure from normal since the early industrial era. This is when we had some colder than average global temperatures. You haven't seen that since. More than a century of warmer than average global temperatures, and it coincides with the increase in carbon dioxide. The world has warmed up about 2 to 2.5 degrees Fahrenheit in the last 70 years because of the increase in CO2. So this is a brand new graphic from Climate Central. Check out all the generations. You go back through them all, and the most recent ones have all been when we get the warming stripes. This is the average global temperatures. This is what our younger generations are growing up in. And so the stripes indicate the global temperatures, the shift from a 1971 to 2000 average, cooler for the earlier generations. Of course, this is my generation right here, and then warmer for the current generations. And if we do not make significant cuts in carbon pollution, these are the projections as to what the temperatures will look like for some of our younger people, including my grandchildren. That is very scary. You talk about temperatures that will be 4 to 6 to 8 degrees hotter. You think it's only a few degrees. Imagine if your child had a fever that was that much higher. That would be very, very serious. But with significant carbon cuts, with switching to renewable energy, we don't have to have that future. We can change this. So again, each molecule of CO2 is like a feather in a down comforter, trapping heat that would otherwise escape into space, and that stays there for a long time. As a matter of fact, the carbon dioxide from the first Model T car is still in the atmosphere. The residence time of that CO2 is centuries. If you'd like to learn more, this is my book on climate change. You can either go to that address or make it easy on yourself and just use that QR code, download a free copy of the world's littlest book on climate, 10 facts in 10 minutes about carbon dioxide. Have a great month of April. Thanks for listening.